Alright, welcome back to another Hangout live event right here on the Total OS Today Technology channel and scheduled. I actually came back from a nice long walk, went to the local grocery store, just picked up a few light items, and the weather is nice for this time of year in Ohio. Yeah, I think it reached almost 80 today, so if anybody is watching this, please do say hello. Probably will not be on too late for this one. Music is from, once again, from the YouTube audio library. The title of the music is called Light Awash. Light Awash from Kevin MacLeod. You can check out his compositions on incompetech.com. Alright, so hopefully someone will stop by and say hello. Looks like everything looks good on my end. Okay. I suppose, well, there's a couple of big news items. There's a little bit of a stinker, or not a stinker, but I don't know why I said stinker. I guess it could be a stinker. The spokesperson for the Linux Foundation gave a speech, and it was it was noticed. Somebody noticed that the person who said that this year is the year of the Linux desktop, which really is probably at this point irrelevant. But that same person who said that gave the speech. I guess he was using a Mac, an Apple product. I guess at least some people thought that was major uncool. Almost to the point of like hatred. Maybe this is way out there, but why doesn't somebody ask that person why he has to use Mac OS to give a keynote address stating that this year is the year of the Linux desktop? I suppose when you think of it, it is kind of funny, kind of silly. Brian Lundu gave a very good, well, he gave his thoughts once that news broke. He tried to use an analogy. He says it would be like the spokesperson for Ford giving a speech on Ford, but he's driving a Toyota. It's not a very good analogy. Toyota is the symbol of quality, and yeah, not in the same ballpark in my opinion. But I understand it. I get it. That remains to be seen where that story goes. But it is kind of funny where the it's the year of the Linux desktop, but I'm using Mac. What could I say? Mac is, I don't have a Mac. The closest thing I have to a Mac is my iPad mini, and it works fine. If there's such a thing as flawless, it runs pretty good. I have no complaints. So yeah, I know that YouTubers with hundreds of thousands of subscribers, millions of subscribers, they use Mac, and that's it. They don't mess with Windows, Linux, or anything else. It's for a reason, and I think it's because it just works out of the box, and they don't want to mess with, you know, trying to figure out if a piece of software is going to work, if it's good enough. You know, will the update break the system? Will the graphics drivers work? You know, there are variables when it comes to Linux. Linux distros are predictably unpredictable, in my opinion. That's just a fact. It's not good or bad. It's just the way it is. So, you know, when the head when the Linux keynote person gives an address and is using a Mac, You know, instead of everybody screaming, ask him why are you using it. Now maybe he has to because he has his information on his iPhone or iPad, and he has to, you know, hook it up to his Mac. Maybe that's why. You know, I have an iPad. I cannot hook it up to, I cannot sync with Linux. Period. I'm not blaming anybody. That's just a fact. Anyway, I thought that was kind of funny. I suppose the other big news had to be the Equifax breach. You know, we've talked about, you know, use Linux to be private. Hogwash. Once you get on the web, you're not private, or at least not as private as you should be. Now, if we're talking security, yeah, you can probably be more secure in Linux versus Windows. Yeah, once you get on the web, as far as privacy, I don't know where this is going to lead to. Zenaris Falador is in the house. Hello, Zenaris. How are you? I was just rambling along about the there was a video by Brian Lunduke. I guess the news broke that the keynote speaker from the Linux Foundation gave a speech saying this year is the year of the Linux desktop, but he uses a Mac, and I guess a lot of people weren't happy. And I'm like, well, before we start screaming, why don't we ask the guy why he has to use a Mac? You know, there's always two sides to a story. And I think I made a comment like saying, well, look, there's a reason why YouTubers with thousands or millions of subscribers, I just saw a YouTuber today, he passed 5 million subs, God bless. He only uses Mac as far as I know. The biggest news of the day is not Equifax. That's going to be the biggest news for the year, Zenaris. Yeah, the Equifax office in overseas somewhere, their password was admin. Yeah, I can see why they got breached. When you start using passwords like admin, that's just as bad as using the password. Somebody, hello Rose, welcome. Rose is in the house. Yeah, using a password like admin. Somebody commented dang, and I commented dang would have been a better password than admin for Equifax. It's crazy. Clay Travis on CNN. What is up with Clay Travis on CNN? What's up with that? I'm not sure I know who Clay Travis is in ours. What is up with that? I haven't caught much of the national news today. Clay Travis. That sounds like a country singer, Zenaris. Yeah. I did catch something about North Korea again. Here we go again with North Korea popping off. Whatever. Alright, give me a second here. What did he do? Spin Viking is in the house. See? Alright, Brooke Baldwin. She looks nice, by the way. Shuts down Clay Travis after this comment. Clay Travis used his First Amendment and well, good for Brooke. You know, it's live TV, and this guy's an American sports journalist, television analyst for Fox. Oh, well, there you go. That's why he said that. He works for Fox Sports. Oh my! He went on CNN today, talk about Jamil. Yes, he'll getting fired, and says he loves the First Amendment, boobs, and CNN. What is it with Fox and Summit. I don't know, man. You know, I don't know if enough people realize that the Fox News, it's not news. Fox News is part of the entertainment division of the Fox network. Their job is not to really present the news, it's to entertain. I don't know how many people know that, so this is not, I mean, it's a shame it had to be, but anyway, good for Brooke Baldwin, you know? Have an adult discussion, and there's no need for barroom talk, in my opinion. The Treasury Secretary, oh my goodness, Spin Viking. Okay, what did he say? Hello, Ben. Chip Catalano is in the house. What's up, man? What did the Treasury Secretary say? Should I search that, Spin, or you want to tell me? But as far as this goes, yeah, there's no person, no woman or man should tolerate stuff like this, to say the word, you know, boobs, comment on live TV. That's just... Anyway. Yeah. So let's take a quick look. I'm doing good, Ben. Doing good. I was just stating that probably the big news of the week, the two big items had to be, well, of course, the Equifax breach, and I guess the offices there's an office, the administration office for Equifax. They use the word admin for password. Yeah. Probably the second biggest news has to be the keynote speaker from the Linux Foundation, when he said this is the year of the Linux desktop, and he uses a Mac, and there was some hatred, I suppose, going on around that. But you know, before we start screaming about it, why don't we ask the guy why he has to use a Mac? Treasury Secretary had his flights paid by the taxpayer. Yeah, Spin, what are you gonna do, man? That's politics for you. Maybe I can have him pay my flights in the future. How does that sound? Ben, you got a new girlfriend. Her name is Jennifer. Hi, Jennifer. If she watches this, how are you? Cool. Does Jennifer use Linux, Windows, or Mac? Just out of curiosity. It really doesn't matter, Ben. Anyway, Chip, what's new? Anything? Let's take a look at Linux today. I won't be on too long tonight. I just did a quick tutorial how to live stream using Patreon. It actually was pretty painless. Let's see here. Linux goes to Hollywood. Okay, let's take a look at that. If someone who works for Apple and uses Windows or Linux would be fire. I agree with Brian and Tom, especially if one represents Linux. Jim Zemlin should resign. Rose, I cannot argue with that, but personally, I think someone should ask him why did he use it. You know, maybe he has to. I mean, it doesn't look good from a PR standpoint, Rose. Totally agree. But before we start, you know, screaming about this, why doesn't somebody ask him, why do you use Mac? Maybe he has a very valid reason. Just my thought. Fat Elvis is in the house. She's on Windows. Okay, cool. She doesn't even know what the heck Linux even is. Okay. Same old Chip. Okay, alright. Alright, so where are we at here? Look here. Linux goes to Hollywood. Let's see, what do we have here? Linux goes to Hollywood for inaugural open source summit. The Linux Foundation held its open source North America summit in Los Angeles. Let's see. Linus Torvalds made a plea to hackers to become Linux developers instead of going to the dark side. Feel the power of the dark side. Okay, alright. Let's see here. Attendees of the event were also treated to an event in the Paramount Studios in Hollywood. Ah, okay, so that's the Hollywood link. Okay, well that's cool. That's cool. Linux goes to Hollywood. Very good. Very good. Tom can do everything using Linux, and Jim Zemlin should do the same. Maybe Tom Rose can do everything using Linux. I can't. That's why I dual boot. And maybe, what's his name? Jim cannot either. I mean, look, I'm not necessarily defending Jim or chastising. I'm just saying someone should ask him first. I know I cannot do everything in Linux. It's just impossible. And that's why I dual boot. Anyway. Ben, you're trying out Arch. Okay. But I thought you were fed up with Linux because of something happened or something. Can't remember. Let's see what else we have here. By the way, is the background music okay? Let's see, what do we have? See if anything else catches my eye. Why the Linux Foundation still exists. Well, with Jim Zemlin using Mac, maybe it doesn't need to exist, does not need to exist anymore. I don't know. You reconsidered your madness. Okay. Fair enough, Ben. Fair enough. Personally, Ben, I would use Linux whether the community was uber friendly or the opposite. It would have no effect on me. So the music is good. Okay, thanks, Ben. Chip. Cool. Yeah, it's a long piece. It's about 29 minutes from Kevin MacLeod. This is from the YouTube audio library. It's called Light Awash. It's like spacey stars, science fiction type music. It's very relaxing. I know some of you commented that you like the background music. Funiculi, funicula, la la da 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 da. That's right, Fat Elvis. Sounds good. Okay. I know that song. Da 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 da. Funiculi, funicula. Boy, that brings back some memories, Fat Elvis. I don't think the real Elvis sang that song though. Yeah. Let's see, anything else on the Linux Today website? If you guys have another news article for me to look at, I'll be happy to. Music is okay, but oh well. Okay, Rose. Ooh, why mobile Linux fails? It does? I suppose in some regards it does, huh? Android is a mobile Linux. Android is based on Gentoo, which is Linux. So yeah, it is Linux. This is from Matt Hartley. He's cool. He's a cool dude. He does he co-hosts sometimes or is a guest on the Brian Lunduk show. I like Matt. He's just wrong about this. Yeah, Android is based on Linux. It's a form of Linux. So anyway, let's see here real quick. Android is a mobile operating system that is based on Linux. Android is not mobile Linux. I think Matt may have had one too many beers. Just kidding. I like Matt. Let's see. Open. Okay, so he's talking about other projects that are Linux based, such as OpenMoko. Yeah, Rose Sailfish. I don't know if that know if that's still around. Rose. I can't believe Matt said that. Well, look, I like Matt. I would enjoy talking to him. He seems like a cool dude, down to earth. Love the guy. I love when he does, you know, he comes on the Brian Lunduke show. But yeah, Android is Linux. I mean, that's all there is to it. It's not Windows. It's not Mac. It's Linux. So it's not considered Linux because it's Gentoo. Okay. All right. Okay, here. Gentoo. Let's see here. Gentoo Linux. Okay, now that we settled that. I'm gonna have to ask him what he was smoking. I don't think he smokes, Chip. William Armstrong is in the house. Hello. We're just having some fun, William, for this hangout for this evening. Welcome to the hangout. Open Mocha. I'm not know what that is. I guess it was a mobile Linux. Jello is demonstrating it right now using Sailfish. Gentoo is Linux. Yeah. I'm gonna actually, you know what? I'm gonna say that instead of God bless you. So like when you go sneeze at you, I'll say Gentoo, which is a form of God bless you. I'll just say Gentoo. All right, that was silly. Yes, Ubuntu Phone was supposed to be the mobile Linux. I totally agree there. Hello, Interceptor. Hello, welcome. It's based on exactly, yeah. Well, I mean, I agree with this. They did a crowdfunding thing with this about 5 years ago for the Ubuntu Phone. They raised over, I think, 10 million. You would think that would have been a good start of success, but they wanted to raise 30 million. Yeah. Sailfish is being used with Sony Xperia. Okay, I didn't know that. And even he says, when the Ubuntu Phone first appeared, why would anyone want one? Well, because it was a choice. It was different. Why the Ubuntu Phone failed? No one cares about convergence. I don't know if that was the reason, but in my opinion, it failed because the lack of proper funding, exposure, having too high a goal money-wise. I mean, I think they were trying to raise 30 million for a phone that very few people know about. That's crazy. But that's my opinion. But I don't think it was so much about convergence as it was, okay, how much money should we raise for an obscure phone? Anyway, Post-Market OS is our best mobile Linux. Let's see here. Right now, the biggest issue facing smartphones is planned obsolescence. Yeah, well, if you buy a flagship phone, it should be good with updates. In my opinion, it should be good for, I would say, 4 to 5 years in terms of updates, and not 1 year like my HTC. Thanks, HTC. You made a desktop at Gentoo once and it compiled it by accident. Wow, William, cool. Thanks for the hospitality. You're always welcome to this channel. A project called Post-Market OS. Let's take a look at that. Oh, that's interesting. A real Linux distribution on the phone. Wow. PMOS, sorry. Oh, jeez. PMOS. Of course, if you're saying it fast, it sounds like the other thing, but... Okay. Aiming for a 10-year life cycle. Whoa, on smartphones. That's pretty good. Alright, so it's early stages. Okay, well, hey, go for it. That's all that I can say. I hope it succeeds, but that's a great idea. You need to go to a flip phone. Maybe I should, Zenaris. Yeah, save myself some money. My mom's got a flip phone that she never uses. Yeah, I wouldn't have to worry about the planned obsolescence, right? They're always flip phones will always be in style, right, Zenaris? So this is post-market OS. Okay, maybe we'll see that in 10 years. Let's see here. Has mobile Linux failed? Matt, it hasn't. Android is everywhere. It kicks iPhone's kernels. I know, Chip. It's post-market OS. Maybe I did too much walking today. I don't know. Let's see, Rose. Nokia put hundreds of millions into Sailfish before being bought out by Microsoft. Okay. Microsoft touches anything, it turns into crap. Okay. I didn't have, but I actually like the Windows Phone, Rose. I thought it looked pretty good. It was easy to use. There just wasn't enough apps, or enough of the apps that people wanted. That's what failed the Windows Phone. It was a nice looking phone. It was easy to use, very user friendly. Yes, Chip, you're you're a bad boy, Chip. I'm slapping you. Bad boy. Alright, let's move on. Has mobile Linux failed? No, it hasn't. Android is everywhere. So anyway, that's my comment on this. So don't give Matt a bad rap. He's a nice chap. And let's move on. Okay, so we saw this. Linux gets blasted. Yeah, somebody mentioned, I guess there's a security hole breach with Bluetooth in Linux. Why not? Yeah, Chip, Rose, yeah, I guess I started. I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm the Microsoft Borg. We are Windows. You will be assimilated into Windows 10. Resistance is futile. We will add your kernel to our own. Android is irrelevant. Mobile phones are irrelevant. We are the Borg. You will join the collective. There is no need for messaging or calling. Anyway, first look at the new control center in Ubuntu 17.10. Ooh, exciting. Let's take a look. Okay, here. Well, let's see at the control center. Canonical is still working on polishing its Ubuntu 17.10. And this is the control center. Looks like the old control center. Sort of. I'm scaring you? Oh. We are the Borg. Stop scaring Fat Elvis. Oh well. By the way, that new Star Trek series starts this month. Star Trek Discovery. From what I heard, the sneak peeks is not very good. Anyway. Alright, so the new Ubuntu Control Center. Okay, alright, well that's... Who cares? What else do we have? Did I miss anything else? Yeah, there's a security hole called Blueborn for Bluetooth and Linux. Imagine that. Yeah, Chip, Ubuntu Mate looks excellent. 17.10 is awesome. Haven't had any issues. Let's see here. You forget that people don't need more than 64K memory. Bill Gates. Haha. Yep. That's been a half hour already. Okay. Yeah, I'll probably end this in about 5 minutes, guys, just to let you know. And let's see here. I think that was all the major headlines that I wanted to look at for... Let's go to OMG Ubuntu. And then we'll call it a night. I also like the brisk menu too, Chip. It's very nice. Yeah, Mark Shuttleworth was interviewed on the BBC News. Check it out if you can. Let's see here. Lenovo accidentally leaks an image. Oh, that's bad. Mutamate performs terribly on your hardware. Oh, no. Well, it is a hit and miss in ours when it comes to Linux. Massacre, yeah, I'm going to end this soon, but you can play it back. I don't really edit these, so yeah. No, Ubuntu Mate has been flawless for me. I've had very good luck. So yeah. Brisk or whiskey menu. Try them both. So KD Plasma mobile phone is coming to the Purism Librem 5. I guess that's a mobile phone. There we go. Linux is alive on mobile. Sort of. Sneak peek. Some like it hot lava. That's a game. Okay. MPV released. The new one. Very good. And some more themes. Okay, very good. Let's take a look at this. Then I guess I'll wrap it up. The Purism Librem 5. Interesting. It's like a partnership. Let's see where they're based out of. There's a video from 2015, Plasma Mobile. Purism is on course to succeed. Okay. Looks like there's a crowdfunding. And we might see this phone in 2019. Okay. Let's take a look at this real quick. Don't know if it's going to buffer. This is a prototype Plasma Mobile. Looks easy enough. Shatir, too many live streams today? Oh, really? Oh, okay. Who else was live streaming? Oh, that's right. Yeah, Switch Linux does his every Friday. Yes. All right, Chip. Thanks for stopping by. Yes, Windows 10 Linux. That's the new laptop coming from China. But this Plasma phone looks pretty good. Yeah. Plasmoids supported. Very good. I don't think the Plasma Mobile looks bad at all. If it's going to look anything like this. Of course, it all comes down to the apps. Will it have the apps that people want? Okay, enough of that. Anyway. Alright, so gonna wrap this up in a few minutes. Let's see. Right now I'll stick with the mate menu, but the other ones are fine. Yeah, they're fine. Too many menus, right? Whiskey, whisker, whiskey, right. What is a whisker? Yeah, that's in Ubuntu, right? I think brisk, you have a choice of brisk in Ubuntu Mate, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, here we have the main menu, menu bar, the advanced menu. So for Mate, for Linux Mint. Anyway, I'll see what happens with this KDE mobile phone. That would be Linux. Jack Daniel's whiskey menu. Yeah, sure. It'll have alcohol apps. But a bump bump. Alright guys, one more minute and I am out of here. I want to thank everybody for stopping by. Always fun. For those of you who tuned in late, of course you can just play this back. If you are new, welcome. This is a family-friendly technology channel. Subscribe if you can. Support the channel through Patreon or PayPal if you can. Si soy bueno. Rose is good. Oh, you got a bad connection. Conexión es male. Oh no. So what's up in Canada in terms of internet? Is Comcast up there? Or something like it, Rose? I don't know. Anyway. Alright guys, I'm out of here. Thank you guys. Thank you Rose for stopping by. Always a pleasure. And I guess I'll catch you guys on the next one. But I'm going to grab me some mint chocolate chip ice cream. And I'm going to chill for, literally chill for a little bit with some ice cream. So I'll catch you guys later. Take care.